they said no, ask from Prabhupada.
So, but this Jiva's fall down itself is
I said, how is both the things are possible? So then I asked from Prabhupada disciples. So they said, ask from Prabhupada.
the thing from Brahma is mentioned in the Vedas. I found the verse.
What?
When the Jiva falls down, he takes birth as Brahma first.
Yes.
It's mentioned in the Vedas.
Yeah, I have read in Prabhupada books only. Prabhupada is spoken there. And even I have read that Prabhupada has spoken in this human body also, human form, one that's human form. Now, we have to ask Prabhupada what is true.
Thank you.
So Prabhupada cannot be wrong at the same time. How both things can be true? In our Bhaktivedanta classes, for many of the questions, the answer is ask from Prabhupada.
Really?
It's not just one, two questions, so many questions.
That concept of Achintya Vida Tattva, sometimes in one different, also can be applied. That, as far as what I have understood, there is a living entity which is literally they are coming as a jivas, like other jivas. And of course there's those fallen from, not everybody is falling from spiritual world.
No, that is like, you don't ask this question.
fall down.
We'll have a fall down and we'll not be able to complete our course. This is one topic which has been a source of debate during the time of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. That was a topic of debate during the time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And that was the topic of debate even few years back, just after Prabhupada left this planet. And still it is a topic. And it's like, some people ask that question only. And for them, whenever they ask,
He's saying in some way that he found that came down as Brahma, if that's the reference. He's saying Veda.
even Prabhupada purports, I read it.
No, yeah, but anyway, the Puranas are modified, so.
Let me see, this is not something like, this is some answer which I don't like really speaking. And the whole reason is because you can change some verses of some Puranas at one place, not at all the places. So there are certain verses, they don't match in the copies.
Yes.
If they are referring to those verses, then we can say that these verses may be changed. But if they are common verses, we cannot speak like that.
Like many Purans, the current version, like we see these 4 sampradayas present. I heard that you see any current version that is not there, but we see Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur version.
That is true, what you are saying is true.
Yes.
But we have to really research out whether this verse falls in that category of discrepancy or it is common verses. If it is common verses, we cannot neglect them. When there are some certain strong verses about in Bhavish Puran, and many of our devotees reject by saying, no, actually it is changed. But the point is, have you really gone through all the copies? India is such a big place, and there are so many copies of Puranas. So, speaking bluntly that they are wrong and this and that, it's not like Prabhupada himself don't like it. He was very heavy about it. So, we have to little.
No, I mean if our acharyas have quoted somewhere from this Puran, it is given.
See, Prabhupada has quoted. That's what I'm saying. What I read both of them from Prabhupada reports. Yeah. So now we'll go 23, 24.
I read it.
Do you have it?
Yes.
It is already done. We will speak on that only.
25.
So he asked about these duties. So now the last section. After that we can have any amount of 25 is missing.
At that moment,
Okay, let us see. Okay, before. So you can read 25, 26, 27.
At that moment there appeared the powerful son of Vyasadeva, who travelled over the earth disinterested and satisfied with himself. He did not manifest any symptoms of belonging to any social order or status of life. He was surrounded with women and children, and he dressed as if others had neglected him. 26. This son of Vyasadeva was only 16 years old. His legs, hands, thighs, arms, shoulders, forehead, and other parts of his body were all delicately formed. His eyes were beautifully wide, and his nose and ears were highly raised. He had a very attractive face, and his neck was well formed and beautiful like a conch shell. Next one. His collarbone was fleshy, his chest broad and thick, his navel deep, and his abdomen beautifully striped. His arms were long, and curly hair was strewn over his beautiful face. He was naked, and the hue of his body reflected that of Lord Krishna.
So he was beautiful, 16-year-old boy. So, but he was appearing like a mendicant. So many women and children were following him. Children were making fun of him because he was moving naked. And the women were attracted to him and they were going behind him. So that means nobody had recognized till now that he is such a great sage. Because there was no Facebook profile or iCard or passport, nothing was there. So nobody knew who is Sukadeva Goswami. So he was moving unidentified. And many times such descriptions, body descriptions of these great sages are also given. The reason is that transcendental bodily features of devotees and Krishna, both of them are very purifying. Ordinary attachment to the ordinary bodies of this world, they entangle a person. But attachment to the pure devotees of the Lord and Krishna, they are purifying. They are not entangling. So it's not just every darshan is purifying. Certain darshan is purifying, certain darshan is purifying. So, dhyato visayam pumsam sangasetu jati sangat sanjate kamakam. That is dhyan. And the effect is you fall down. And same dhyan towards Vishnu. Dhyana avasatat gatena manasa apasantiyam yogina. Dhyan of Lord Vishnu in the heart, that is liberating. One goes back home to Godhead. So same activity can have different effects. And that is why such descriptions are given at many places. So practically speaking, many of the features are looking like features of Krishna only. Having line of a conch shell, broad shoulders, like that of a lion, chest is broad and thick, navel is deep. These are exactly the features of Krishna. So you are also having that kind of features. That means your personality was pictured.
So here it's saying his abdomen was beautifully striped. That, what does that mean?
Valgodhara, abs.
Abs?
Yes.
Or six packs?
Six pack, abs. Nowadays men go to the gym to make six pack, abs. So he already had abs. So this is also the belly of Krishna also like that. That is a Valgodhara. Valgodhara means like we have banyan leaf. Not banyan leaf, banana leaf. Banana leaf there are lines. So like that they have, their bellies are like that. So nowadays people want to reduce their fat and have bellies like that. So they don't know how to have permanently bellies like that. That's why chanting Hare Krishna.
There were also one important point in the report of Srila Prabhupada that I wanted to discuss, if possible, if we have time. Prabhupada said that Sukadeva Goswami never accepted any formal spiritual master, nor did he undergo any formal reformatory performances. And he says his father, Vyasadeva, was his natural spiritual master. Does that mean he didn't go through the fire of initiation? He just has
Yes.
So if we are liberated, we don't need the fire of initiation, but we need the Shiksha Guru, is the meaning?
Also for Bhagavad Marg, you don't need a formal initiation.
They give mantra, isn't it?
Oh.
When we say mantra, mantra means Gayatri mantra. Formal initiation is required only for Pancharatriki Vidhi. It is not at all required for Bhagavad Vidhi. So for hearing and chanting the holy names of the Lord and getting purified for that, by that, one doesn't need initiation.
one needs to receive the mantra in the ear, no? Even
No,
not
that is
even-
Gayatri Mantra. That is Gayatri Mantra.
So, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was initiated in giving name, no?
He was given that name, but it was not like he was not chanted, chanting Hare Krishna.
He was not chanting anything. Or
See, when we say initiation means chanting of Gayatri. Gayatri Mantra has to come from qualified spiritual master. So there are 4 types of sounds. Para, Pasyanti, Madhyama and Vaikhari. Para sound comes only from pure souls. So only when that enters in the ears, one gets it. But as far as chanting of the holy names of the Lord are concerned, we hear Prabhupada is doing Hari now, we put tape anywhere, everybody gets initiated. Everybody is hearing Hare Krishna. Then why do you need such a formal yajna and this and that? That is for Gayatri Mantra. For chanting Hare Krishna, pure devotees go and they chant Harinam. Everybody gets initiated in that. One doesn't need. One doesn't need a formal initiation. So formal initiation is required for Pancharatha ki vidhi. So one of the purposes of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada clarifies it very nicely. He says, Bhagavad Gita is most purifying. Sravanam Kirtanam. For that there is no initiation required. But as far as we are concerned, we can't practice Bhagavad Gita 24 hours a day because our senses are not purified. So senses become purified when you engage senses in Krishna service. That happens more through Pancharatha ki vidhi. Pancharatha ki vidhi means deity worship. So for deity worship, formal initiation is compulsory.
but, you need, even though you are a liberated soul, you need a Shiksha Guru, you need some.
Shiksha Guru is required. But for Shiksha you don't need a formal initiation, na?
But he needs to give you a mantra, no?
No.
Because because you don't know by birth, you don't have any practice. He needs to give you spiritual knowledge to.
But it doesn't have to be formal ceremony.
Yes.
See, main thing is you go around, like Prabhu was going around when he was small. Prabhupada was chanting Hare Krishna there, and he heard it. That was initiation. Did you chant some yajna at that time? No.
I didn't see Prabhupada. The devotee coming is up, but the disciple come after the Prabhupada disciple from Penang to my state different. Then I heard the mantras chanting.
So that is enough. And we don't have one Shiksha Guru, we have many Shiksha Gurus. Vande Guru is a Bhaktan, Guru, plural. We have so many Shiksha Gurus.
The Guru needs to accept us as well, so you cannot say. I
Accept?
disagree and-
No, it doesn't have to be so formal.
Prabhupada has accepted us.
Otherwise, I could say you just need to read the book of Prabhupada and you are initiated. And then it gives a.
It is, see, Prabhupada said books are sound vibration in a written form. So there are devotees who never met with any devotee for many years. They read Bhagavad Gita of Prabhupada and they became devotees and started chanting 16 notes. So I know devotees like that. I had that first time. So that means even somebody is reading Prabhupada books, he's getting initiated with Prabhupada. He's accepting Prabhupada as Shiksha Guru. So Prabhupada is the preeminent Shiksha Guru of all whole ISKCON society. But for Pancharatha ki vidhi, we need a living Guru who gives mantras in our ears. Otherwise, we can't get initiated to Pancharatha ki vidhi. So generally, there are no concept of first and second initiation in Vedic culture. Both of them are combined. Because there is no initiation required for hearing and chanting. Initiation is required only for deity worship. So Prabhupada says, in general for devotees, Pancharatha ki vidhi and Bhagavad Gita go parallelly. And that is why we recommend that devotees take initiation, engage in deity worship, at the same time do Sravanam Kirtan.
Second initiation is the main initiation.
Yeah, in that sense.
In Pancharatha.
Pancharatha.
First initiation is kind of.
See, Pancharatha, actually speaking, first initiation and second initiation combined is actually initiation. There was nothing like separate. Separation was done by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati for the purpose of making people more serious in Krishna consciousness.
In the Bhagavad Gita or in the Upanishad, it's written one has to go through the fire.
For actually speaking, for Vedic initiation also, initiation into a Gurukul, one has to have a proper initiation ceremony. For Pancharatma Vidhi also one needs a proper initiation ceremony. But Bhagavad Vidhi, nothing is required. You just have to hear, associate with devotees, hear Krishna Katha from them, hear Harinam from them, chant Harinam, chant Harikatha, that's all. No formal thing is required.
So you don't need to ever ask someone to become your spiritual master?
Means you can ask him for guidance. That Prabhu, please guide me, Maharaj, please guide me. For Bhagavad Gita, for hearing and chanting holy names. But for deity worship we need. For deity worship we need.
We can guide him for the deities.
Yes, for that we need.
So this Diksha Kale, Shishakara Atmasman, that happens only in Pancharatika Vedi. Like all the karma taking off, all the disciple surrenders. So that happens in Pancharatika or Bhagavad Gita, how does it happen?
Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavad Gita is more purifying than Pancharatma Vidhi. Okay? So as soon as you accept that I want to follow teachings of this particular spiritual master, that is Diksha.
Okay, Krishna removes the karma and then rest of the thing is...
See, when you say remove a karma means uprooting the tree. But now it will take time for tree to get dried up. The resolve, as soon as you take a resolve, I'll follow the Guru Sadhu Shastra from day one, this day, you are uprooted, your tree is uprooted. So what we'll do, we'll cover it, then we can have separately.
Yes. 10 more verses.
Yes.
Okay.
Now please read 3 more verses, next 3 verses.
So,
So-
He was blackish and very beautiful due to his youth. Because of the glamour of his body and his attractive smile, he was pleasing to women. Though he tried to cover his natural glories, the great sages present there were all expert in the art of physiognomy. And so they honored him by rising from their seats.
When they could see and understand that he is Sukadeva Goswami.
Maharaja Parikshit, who is also known as Vishnu Rata, one who is always protected by Vishnu, bowed his head to receive the chief guest, Shukadeva Goswami. At that time, all the ignorant women and boys ceased following Srila Shukadeva. Receiving respect from all, Shukadeva Goswami took his exalted seat. Shukadeva Goswami was then surrounded by saintly sages and demigods, just as the moon is surrounded by stars, planets and other heavenly bodies. His presence was gorgeous and he was respected by all.
Yeah, so what was happening is all these women and children were following Sukadeva Goswami. Women were attracted, children were making fun. But when Parikshit Maharaj came and paid obeisances to Sukadeva Goswami, they understood. Our emperor is paying obeisances, he must be a very big man. So then it's like, then they came to their senses. Like one of the devotees, he had a experience. So he came from west and he made friendship with Jananavas Prabhu. So he was staying with Jananavas Prabhu, he would sometimes pat Jananavas Prabhu on his back. And once he saw that Jananavas Prabhu was going by and there were a group of 100-150 devotees. They saw him, they paid obeisances. Then he realized he's not an ordinary person. Then he was thinking, why he is like all of us. So that is how these women and children also realized that Sukadeva Goswami is a big man. Yes, please read 31.
The sage Shukadeva Goswami sat perfectly pacified, intelligent and ready to answer any question without hesitation. The great devotee Maharaja Parikshit approached him, offered his respects by bowing before him and politely inquired with sweet words and folded hands.
Yeah, so after getting respect from Parikshit Maharaj, then he got respect from all the sages there. And then he folded the palms
Is that how the women realized that he was like exalted? Is it because the great sages were offering him respect? Is that why?
Yes. First thing is, as soon as Parikshit Maharaj paid obeisance, they understood. Because Parikshit Maharaj was the emperor. Everybody knew Parikshit Maharaj. So as soon as they saw, it's like you go with some man like that and suddenly President of America comes and pays him respect. Then you will understand. No, at least I am not that person. He must be that person.
Can I ask you a question afterwards?
Yes, afterwards. Afterwards you can ask a lot of questions. See, Parikshit Maharaj also was hungry and thirsty, and it's like, that's why he got a curse. And it is going to be 2 o'clock, I don't want to get any curse. Parikshit Vacha
Parikshit Vacha
Aho Adyavayam Brahman
Aho Adyavayam Brahman
Satsevya Chatra Bandhava
Satsevya Chatra Bandhava
Kripayati Rupena
Kripayati Rupena
Bhavat Vistirhaka Krita.
Bhavadibhirtaka Krita.
Please read translation and purport also, it's not very clear.
Just in quick. The fortunate King Parikshit said, O Brahmana, by your mercy only, you have sanctified us, making us like unto places of pilgrimage. All by your presence here as my guest. By your mercy, we, who are but unworthy royalty, become eligible to serve the devotee. Saintly devotees like Shukadev Goswami generally do not approach worldly enjoyers, especially those in royal orders. Maharaj Prataparudra was a follower of Lord Chaitanya, but when he wanted to see the Lord refused to see him because he was a king. For a devotee who desires to go back to Godhead, 2 things are strictly prohibited: worldly enjoyers and women. Therefore, devotees of the standard of Shukadev Goswami are never interested in seeing kings. Maharaj Prataparudra was, of course, a different case. He was a great devotee, although a king, and therefore Shukadev Goswami came to see him in his last stage of life. Maharaj Parikshit, out of his devotional humility, felt himself an unworthy descendant of his great Kshatriya forefathers. Although he was as great as his predecessors. The unworthy sons of the royal orders are called Kshatrabandhava, as the unworthy sons of the Brahmanas are called the Vijabandhus or Brahmabandhus. Maharaj Parikshit was greatly encouraged by the presence of Shukadev Goswami. He felt himself sanctified by the presence of the great saint, whose presence turned any place into a place of pilgrimage.
So the Akshayati people turn every place into place of pilgrimage because they are Harikatha Goswami. We go to holy places to remember Krishna, but just by seeing great souls we can remember Krishna. Bhavadivida Bhagavata Tirtha Bhuta Sangho Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani Swantasthi Nagadavrita. So great devotees of the Lord are holy places personified, and they turn even they purify even the holy places. It's like holy places, people come deposit their sin there, and saintly people go and they purify those places. And now the glories of such great souls is given here. It's also a very famous verse. Yesam samsmaranat pumsam sadhya suddhanti vegraha kim punar darshan sparsha pada socha sanadibhi. Translation.
Simply by our remembering you, our others becomes instantly sanctified. And what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your lotus feet, and offering you a seat in our home.
Please read purport also.
The importance of holy places of pilgrimage is due to the presence of great sages and saints. It is said that sinful persons go to the holy places and leave their sins there to accumulate. But the presence of the great saints disinfects the accumulated sins, and thus the holy places continue to remain sanctified by the grace of the devotees and saints present there. If such saints appear in the homes of worldly people, certainly the accumulated sins of such worldly enjoyers become neutralized. Therefore, the holy saints actually have no self-interest with the householders. The only aim of such saints is to sanctify the houses of the householders, and the householders therefore should feel grateful when such saints and sages appear at their doors. A householder who dishonors such holy orders is a great offender. It is enjoined therefore that a householder who does not bow down before a saint at once must undergo fasting for the day in order to neutralize the great offense.
So such great personality, just by remembering them, one becomes purified. So like Krishna is very purifying, devotees of Krishna are also very purifying. So that is why many times when we are like, we have some troubles in our practice of our spiritual life, we can pray to the previous acharyas, and just by remembering previous acharyas, all these troubles go away. What is that? Ichhai Gosai Kore Charanavandam Jaha Hote Vignanas Avishta Puran. So just by remembering 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, all the troubles, all the obstacles in practice of devotion service are destroyed, and all one's spiritual desires are fulfilled. So that is how devotees of Lord are so powerful. And if somebody gets opportunity to see them, touch them, wash their feet, so certainly Vani is eternally available, but if possible one should do Vapu Seva also. Vapu Seva of the great souls is also very, very beautiful. Because immediately we get Krishna becomes very pleased by that. So Mother Ganga asked Supreme Lord. One thing she asked is that if I go to earth, my force is so strong that earth will go to Patalok. So who will bear it? And then Lord says, Lord Shiva. And then second thing she asked is that now people in especially Kali Yuga and earth are so sinful. They will come take bath in me, and so much sins will be accumulated. How will I get purified? So Lord said that when great Vaishnavas come and take bath in you, they will purify you. So that is how devotees are so purified. Please read 34, 35, 36.
Just as these cannot remain in the presence of the personality of Godhead, so also the invulnerable sins of man are immediately vanquished in your presence, O Saint. O great mystery 35. Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is very dear to the son of King Pandu, has accepted me as one of those relatives just to please his great cousin and brothers. 36. Otherwise, without being inspired by the Lord Krishna, how is it that you have voluntarily appeared here? So you are moving incognito to the common man and are not visible to us who are on the beach of death.
Yeah. So actually when we get Asura pure devotees, as Paisal Maharaj is saying, it is definitely Krishna's mercy. If Krishna is going to be merciful to us, what he will do? He will send Asura devotees to us. Otherwise, personalities like Sukdev Goswami, first thing is that they have nothing to do with personalities like Parikshit Maharaj, emperors like Parikshit Maharaj. That too, it's not that he makes some plan, I will go here, I will go there, he just moves around like that. So how is it that no, he came at the right point, at the place where Parikshit Maharaj was there? So Parikshit Maharaj was saying it is definitely Krishna's plan. Like many times we pray to deities, you must have observed that we understand deities are reciprocated. Like sometimes I observe, no, I pray intensely and suddenly some garland comes from somewhere. Somewhere which pujaris throw, but we understand it is Krishna reciprocating. So Lord reciprocates. So similarly, when Lord is sending some great devotees, saintly people, it is Krishna's grace. It's Krishna's grace. So Parikshit Maharaj was able to identify that. So he says, for me, maybe I have got this good fortune because my ancestors are very great. So that is why devotees don't think they are great, devotees think that they are fortunate.